this video, we will show you the only international lounge of Penang International Airport, the Plaza Premium Lounge. You will see how it looks, what kind of food they have, and the facilities that they offer. At the end of this video, we'll tell you if we think this lounge is worth it since you're watching Yes and Explore, where we travel smarter, not harder. We are sadly leaving the beautiful island of Penang and going back to Bangkok. As always, we arrive at the airport in time just so we can visit the lounge. Penang is a great destination that is quite well connected with the rest of Asia, but the airport is not that big and is very easy to navigate. We dropped off our bags at check-in, went through security, and we went looking for the lounge. Since we're going to Bangkok, the lounge that we're going to is in the International Departure Terminal, and luckily it isn't very difficult to find since it's just one floor up with the escalator once you pass security. That is, if the escalator actually works. You'll get access to this lounge if you're flying business class on an airline, or in our case, if you have a Priority Pass membership with your credit card. Fun fact, this is the only international lounge in the airport. We were welcomed by the lovely staff who thought Lawrence was filming them, but he wasn't, and it was an awkwardly funny moment. As we enter the lounge, you can see that it's divided up in different seating areas, but more on that later. Let's go to the food immediately. We start off with some healthy fruits, followed by some finger foods and some green stuff. When we move along, you have your typical machines with hot beverages like the famous Milo drink, and there's water, tea, and fake fruit juice. Next up, we jump into the hot food section with different soups to start with. Some people call this bread, we usually ignore it, and there's lots of sweet stuff to put on the bread that we ignore. But now it gets interesting, because here you can order your custom set of noodles just the way you like it. There are also some extra condiments available. And look at that, they also had a limited cutlery. Wow! Next up, the true hero of Asia, the rice cooker filled with rice, and there's also cabbage in a sauce, curry chicken, and spaghetti with an undefined red sauce. We pass on that, and here we have the fried rice that we love, and these amazing potato-filled samosas. They were great. And we end this section with a good selection of sodas. As we move along the lounge, you can see the different kinds of seats that they offer, and you can seat yourself as private or open as you want. When we move along, we come to the bar where you, funnily enough, had to pay. Yes, you have to pay for most alcohols. I think beers were included, but the other stuff wasn't, which to us was quite strange for a lounge. But we don't drink before a flight anyway, so to us it didn't matter a whole lot. We decided to sit in these big comfy chairs with charging stations next to us, and Lawrence was very hungry and chose all the classics. Most of the food wasn't too bad, but the soup itself lacked a little bit of flavor, but the condiments really saved it. The chicken wasn't dry and was actually quite tasty, and these prawn crackers are just so addictive. There was also an option to sit, let's say, outside the lounge, but we don't recommend that as it's much warmer there. Here is a quick tour of the bathroom, which was on site. It was clean and very well maintained. Our favorite part of the lounge was this beautiful artwork with a chair, which is of course inspired by the artwork that can be found all over Georgetown. Luckily, the escalator was working again as we were ready to leave. So yeah, overall the lounge was quite nice, spacious, and there was a somewhat smaller selection of food, but it was still nice to feed an empty stomach and to pass the time. The staff was friendly, but we don't advise to come here to drink alcohol if that's important to you in a lounge. On the other hand, it is the only lounge in the International Departures Terminal, so if you want a lounge, this is the place to go. Would you visit this lounge, and what other lounges should we visit? Let us know in the comments below. For us, it was time to get to our flight and be off back to Dam Muang Airport in Bangkok. For our next video, we'll take one more look at Penang and the things to do on this island. If you want to see all of that and more, then don't forget to subscribe to us at Just and Explore. We want to thank you so much for watching. Bye!